Welcome back to the North Shore of Oahu. This is the WSL post show for the Pipe Invitational, and one day in December that a 16-year-old local boy will never forget. Finn McGill taking top honors to move on to the main event. Joe Chappelle alongside Strider Wazalewski and former world champ Martin Potter. Such an amazing field of athletes. The Pipe Invitational is one of our favorite days of the year, and a 16-year-old can call himself the best man on the day.
It's super impressive to be
Crazy.
at that age. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of Martin Potter. You got that huge bomb at 16 right out here on that day at the Pipe Masters, and you know what? It's been done before, and it can be done again. And at that age, you just have to put it together. And like you said, when those bigger waves come, you just have to put your head down and go, and that's what he did.
You know what? I mean, credit to him. You know, he's surfing beyond his years, really. Competing at a high level, you know, took down some heavy heats today. Stuck in that semi-final all the way to the bitter end. I mean, had that wave not come through, the Cinderella story wouldn't have happened. So, stuck to his guns, got that 9.5 and put himself in a position to go on and win this thing. So, credit to him. The kid just blew minds, and he's going to have a heyday surfing against the best in the world.
What a special day for Finn McGill. But in the Pipe Invitational, we take the top 2 spots to move into the main event. In second, in the final, Gavin Beshen will be surfing in the Billabong Pipe Masters. Gavin's with Rosie Hodge.
Thanks so much, Joe. Well, Gavin, we are so proud of you. We spoke about it this morning, getting the call-up, late call-up as Bruce Irons advanced in the main event. You always seem so calm, but how's the energy level right now? You must be pretty stoked to make it through the main event.
Yeah, today was very special and a great honor just to be amongst all the competitors here. Are just the greatest, and they're all my friends, and I look up to them and respect them tremendously. So it's great to be here today. Thank you.
And another thing, I mean, just seeing 16-year-old Finn McGill take that heat out. You had a bunch of youngsters in that final with you. Are you seeing, can you be so proud of the young talent that's coming up in Hawaii?
Yeah, I have the utmost respect for all these young kids. They're just the greatest, most respectful and humble kids, and they're just always teaching us. And so it's very special to have such a strong youth, and their energy is nothing short of the best. So.
And Gavin, one more question. I mean, going into the main event, going up against the top guys, what are your intentions in this contest?
My intentions are just, to always learn about the waves, and my intention is just catch a good wave and enjoy the ride.
Well, we love watching you surfing. Can't wait to see you in that main event. Back up to you, Joey.
Thank you very much, Rosie Hodge. Such a classic interview with Gavin Beshen. Just wanting to enjoy the ride. He doesn't seem too competitive when it comes to the others. He's often cheering on the younger names that are out there. But that kind of approach could find its success, obviously, like it did today, Was.
Well, interestingly enough, all the way up until the final, he really wasn't competing. He was going with the flow, and then he competed. He really did. He put his head down. He got a little wave, got a little tube, came around, hopped, and did that hack and on the backhand. So he definitely knows how to compete, obviously, but I was just impressed. He actually only blinked 3 times in that whole interview. His eyes are just wide open, so connected to Rosie with the interview. It's so cool.
Absolutely. And the thing I love about Gavin is, he's so humble. He's so quick to deflect the praise and the gratitude that he's been getting, but and put it on the shoulders of all these young kids that are absolutely amazing. I mean, 40 years of age, his first Pipe Masters ever, and I think whoever's got him in this first round is going to have their hands full, that's for sure.
So cool looking back at the Pipe Invitational final. Finn McGill, Gavin Beshen taking the top 2 spots, and Josh Moniz had his hand up for a fighting shot along with the Billabong wildcard, Victor Bernardo.
They didn't lay down, that's for sure, and they were in it to the end, but all of them were pretty vulnerable, really. There was a low score there towards the end of that heat for all the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place surfers in that heat. So, it was still wide open with Finn just getting the lion's share right off the bat. I mean, that kid's interview just said it all. I mean, he used to sit across the street in class and listen to the scores of the Pipe Masters while it was happening, while he was in school, as a junior, just thinking about that in your mind and your dream and everything to come true. We talked about it with John. We talked about it with Jamie O'Brien, and now look, there's another kid from right here on the beach that's been here since he was 3 down here at Pipeline.
Snowflake, what a name. I mean, that's just, you can guarantee you're going to hear a lot more from that kid. And with the role that he's been going on in this event, who's to say that he can't continue in the main event?
Really impressive to see the list of wild cards that'll be in the opening round of competition, as we'll bring up some of these heavy heats. As we know, the wild card stories are really incredible when you think of pipe history. Remember, Bruce Irons got the call up straight into the main event. Bruce will take on Kano Igarashi, former world champ, back-to-back runner-up at the Pipe Masters. Gabriel Medina when this thing starts, was.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting battle. Kanoa, a youngster, but looking like he's coming to the party as well. Bruce, we know what he's going to do if the waves are pumping, and Gabriel's proven himself as well. This is going to be a great scene where I can see Bruce Irons. He's just so focused and so ready to do well, and obviously Gabriel wants to win so bad after this year.
Also, world number one, John Florence, our world champ, looking for his first Pipe Masters title. We'll have Jadson Andre and also Gavin Beshin, just looking for lines to enjoy the ride. That'll be a fun one to watch.
Oh, it's going to be a great one to watch. Gavin's got that real casual approach. He's just going to pick and choose his waves. Jadson is qualified, so the pressure's off. So he's going to let it all hang out, and John's got nothing to prove either, by the way. Obviously already won that world title. This is one event that he hasn't won, though, so it's going to be interesting to see how he comes out. I don't think he's ready just to go on holiday just yet. I think there's one more job at hand.
Yeah, really fun to hear from John Florence and Gabriel Medina, number 1 and 2 in the world, still talking about going for their first Pipe Masters trophy.
I think it's the most exciting wave to watch. You never know what's going to happen. If you can make the barrel or not, if you can make the draw.
Pipe Masters is a really hard event to win. It might be one of the hardest events to win. There's just a lot of factors that go into surfing that wave. You have the left and you have the right, and then on top of that you have 32 of the best surfers in the world who are all very, very good at getting barreled. You can get one that turns really bad really quick, or you can get one that turns really good, and so you really got to be in tune with the ocean when you're surfing out there when it's big. I've been surfing this wave since I was young, really young, like 8 years old.
Where I live, when it gets big, it's really powerful wave, and I just got used to surf these kind of waves at home. Since I was a little girl, I've been doing this. It's just like John, he knows what to do, what to see.
I've been fortunate enough to grow up there and get a lot of time put in out there.
We surfers know how hard it is, so that would be an honor, to be a champion. Every good surfer that won here at Pipe is pretty much a legend.
Incredible hearing from Gabriel Medina and John Florence, two of the younger world champs we've had in the last few seasons, both looking for a Pipe Masters title this year. And the other heats with wild cards in them are also incredible to watch. Finn McGill is going to have a heat with Jordy Smith. That's going to be an epic showdown to watch when this one gets started, Strider.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those things where he's going to have nothing to lose, so it's going to be great to watch and see if he can competitively compose himself with priority against two amazing surfers and try to navigate through the lineup. We know how good he is. We just saw how well he surfed on probably the trickiest conditions that they're going to see for this event. So he's definitely can get it done on knowing the wave. Let's see if he can compete and get it done against everybody on the World Tour.
I reckon he can. I think that the hardest job at hand really was what he did today, to get in that top 2, to get into the main event. The rest is the cherry on the top for him, so he's going to be dangerous.
Well, you had those wild card stories, you had those top seeds, and in the middle of those heats, Keanu Singh, Nat Young, both battling in those matchups with the top-seeded surfers, and they're the focus for requalification when this one gets started. Nat at 22 in the world, and Keanu Singh sitting at 23. How's that going to play out, Was?
That's going to just be a knockout punch for both of them because they both need to perform. They've got to bring it to the best level that they can possibly do it, and this is the best stage in the world to do it on. So we can't wait to see that happen. I mean, both deserving to requalify, both great guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be a showdown. Obviously, these guys are not going to let anything hold back. They've got to, really push the envelope. Both Nat and Keanu know exactly what they've got to do. So let's see what happens.
Big congrats to Finn McGill, local boy, and also Gavin Beshin moving on into the main event. Thanks for watching the Pipe Invitational. Join us tomorrow at 7:30 for Dawn Patrol. We'll be talking about the return of Beat Durbridge to the Jersey. We'll see you then. This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League. And now looking at the first heat of the Pipe Invitational.
Jack Robinson pulls in, comes out.
Here we go, Gavin Besham with a really nice looking barrel, one of the best of the day.
Little barrel there for Seth Moniz.
What?
Chris Foster just laying it down there.
Quarters underway here in the Invitational. None other than Jack Robinson.
Yes, finds an exit point.
Yeah, can we say combination situation for the rest of the field?
The semi-final stacked and ready to go.
Josh Moniz, late drop, side slips into it, grabs his rail, tucks in and comes out.
Finn McGill with seconds to go, dropped the 9 and moved through to the finals. Wow.
This will be Finn McGill, your heat leader. He's under the hook, he's covered, and he comes out with a spit. Snowflake, his nickname, can do no wrong.